Hey there, and welcome on back. As always, I'm Carl with Target's Attitude, absent-minded professor of knives and all things sharp. Sit on back, sit on the floor, make yourself comfortable. Class is about to begin. Today, we're taking a look at whether knife collecting is a good investment or not. So, is knife collecting a valid form of investment? Can you make money collecting knives? Interesting question. Not sure you're going to like my answer, but it is a valid question. But before we get too deep into debating this, let's get the syllabus work out of the way, shall we? For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Here on Mondays, we do mainly knife basics, which you need to know. This is aimed at those of you who are new to the world of knives or knife collecting and want to know what all those fancy terms mean and what we're talking about when we get rambling on about it. Then on Fridays, we do knife reviews, mainly knives that I actually sell, though occasionally I'll haul something out of my collection that's not for sale to show you. And occasionally we'll do some reviews of some camping and survival gear, lights, cooking gear, compasses, water packs, that sort of thing, but mainly knives. For those of you who have been with us for a while, welcome back. I'm glad you could join us. Just got one question for y'all. And yes, I know you know what it is, but I mean, come on, you right there. What is that? About 30 minutes outside of Denver, 45 minutes somewhere in there. Dude, you've been watching for a while. You know the drill. And don't give me that. It's easy. You just hit that button right down there, just like I keep telling you. Then you hit the bell next to it. That way you get notified every time I put up a neat new video. It's a win-win situation. And it takes maybe 10 seconds. Plus there's a button floating around here. Normally it's over here. Sometimes it's over there. Occasionally I've seen it up there, but normally right over here. It says subscribe. You can hit that in the middle of the video, and that will take care of it. Then at the end, we've got that target that pops up. Hit that, and again, you can get subscribed. Lots of ways, easy as pie. So just do it, okay? In the meantime, back to the question. Can you make money collecting knives? Now, to be honest, it is possible, but it's not the easiest thing in the world. First thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to kind of narrow your interest down. This one is a Frontier. This one was made back in the 60s. This one wouldn't be a bad knife for a collector looking to make money off of. But for the most part, you'd probably need to stick to something even older, say pre-Korean War, or even better, pre-World War II. There's lots of knives out there that fit the bill. Case is probably the best known of them. And of course, Buck has been around forever and a day. There's Queensland, there's Frontier, there's the original Schrade. They're out there. But it takes a little bit to find them. And it takes a little bit of education to know what you're looking for, and so that you don't overpay and you do make some money. But where do you find the information? Well, best bet is actually the internet anymore. I mean, there were some books out there that were great. There for a while, they were putting out price guides for case knives every year. But the last edition of that book that I know of was put out in, I think, 2012. 8 years old now. A little out of date, don't you think? Parker used to have some great books on knives. He was kind of blunt spoken, pissed a lot of people off, but he knew knives. And a couple of his books were great for identifying what a knife was and how to tell, and still a great resource if you can find it. But the last new edition was published in 2014. So you're going to have to, you might be able to find it on Amazon, but you're more likely going to have to go to either half.com, which specializes in out of print books, or used bookstore. There are some fantastic forums on Facebook and other places that'll help you learn. And there are some great opportunities out there once you do have the knowledge. Garage sales. Someone inherits grandpa's old knife, doesn't really want an old style pocket knife, has no clue what it is or what it's worth. He puts it out there at the garage sale for $2, and you come along and you realize that it is a case whittler that was made in 42, and it's worth around $450. Of course, you're going to snap it up for $2. You'd be a nut not to. Something that happened to me not that long ago. About a year or so ago, I went out to the barnyard, which is a flea market near me. While walking around, I noticed a lady with a Tupperware bowl of knives on her table. And I happened to glance in and saw one knife that looked intriguing. So I started talking to her, and I ended up buying the entire bowl of knives for $25. I think there was like maybe 30 knives in there. Got it home, started going through them, found 2 knives worth cleaning up. Got them polished up, oiled up, back to where they should be with a little TLC. And what did I have? I had a Queensland that was worth around $190, and I had a case of Stockman that was worth around $270, maybe $250, but probably around $270. So for the $25 I bought, I ended up with 2 knives worth around $500. Of course, that meant I was throwing away 27 or 28 knives that were basically crap that couldn't be salvaged, or if they could be, it wasn't worth salvaging them. But yeah, I found 2 diamonds in the rough in there that were really nice. There's also various shows. Palmetto Cutlery Club here in the upstate has a show once a year, sometimes twice a year. Those guys, they're the grandpas that have been around forever and know everything and anything there is to know about case. They can take a look at a case and tell you what factory it was made in, when it was made, who designed it, who originally carried it, what distributor carried it, you name it, they can tell you about it. Great resource. You're not going to get many buys there, but you're not going to get taken either. They're not going to tolerate people ripping people off at their shows. It's just, they've got too much integrity as a club for that. So, great resource. And occasionally you'll find some really great things. You're just not going to get a great deal, but on the other hand, if you really like the knife, why not pay what it's worth? And know that there is a good chance that someday it'll be worth even more. So yeah, it sounds like you can make great money with knives, right? Not always. Here's a knife that my mother bought before she had the stroke that caused her severe dementia. She bought it for opening letters. And it is a gorgeous knife. I mean, that is real turquoise in the handle. It's a Colt, as you can see by the etching on the blade, and by the C on the bolster, and Colt on the tang. Didn't know Colt made knives? Well, technically, they didn't. They licensed their name out to another company that made the knives for them. And then along comes bankruptcy court, and the judge looks at these knives and said, no, you're watering down the value of your name. Can't do this. This contract is null and void. No more knives until you come out of bankruptcy. So now you can't get the Colt knives anymore. That knife, this beautiful knife with real turquoise in the handle, originally sold for around $24. It's a Colt. It's got to go up in value, especially with real gemstone in the handle. And it's semi-precious, not gemstone. And I recently saw this particular one advertised as new in box, going for $16 on eBay. A loss of $8. CJRB, new company. Very few people have heard of it. Great knives. I really liked them. Nice fit and finish. Nice quality. The minute you walk out of the store, the value drops to half, if you're lucky. K-Bar. Okay. The K-Bar marine fighting knife is still made the same way today that it was back in World War II and World War I. No differences. Same stacked leather handle. Same 1095. Well, okay, so now they use a cryo treatment on the 1095 steel to make it a little tougher and give it a little bit more of hardness for better edge retention. But other than that, there has been no change in it. You get one from, say, 1943 that's still stamped with the various one of the armed services markings on the tang, and everything is correct. The stacked leather handle has not deteriorated and started to rot off. Excuse me. Blade has been sharpened down to where it's basically a fillet knife instead of a fighting knife. You're probably going to get between $150 and $200, possibly more, at a militaria show for that. Brand new one that has been made in the past year and is identical in every single way, except that it wasn't sold to the military. It's sold straight to the civilian market and is brand new. You're going to pay anywhere from $90 to $125 for that. And the minute you walk out of the door, the value is going to drop to $50. It's just the way it is. Are there other knives other than Case and Buck that might increase in value? Well, it could be. Civivi is very hot right now. Giving you an example, Civivi Fracture, which just came out in the past month or two, is available in 4 different colors. And I know a guy on the official Civivi forum over on Facebook that already has all 4 colors of the fracture. He's got 3 different colors of the governor, 2 different colors of the shard, 3 different colors of the dogma. It just, he loves civivies, and there's a lot of people on that group that are very like him. Maybe not quite to that extreme, but yeah, they're trying to buy civivies in every color they can. And I can't blame them. Civivi is owned by We Knives, who has been making high-end knives for years. And the Civivis show the same attention to detail, same attention to fit and finish. And they're affordable to the average person. Will those be going up in price? Somehow I doubt it. I could be wrong. Could well be wrong. But I think, no, I don't think it's going to be one of those that go up in value and make for a good investment. I have the feeling that they're going to be like most of the other knives, falling in value for a while after you buy them and never quite catching back up to the value paid for them. So long and short of it, you're looking for a hobby that's going to make you money guaranteed. Knives ain't it. Unless you want to put in a lot of work and specialize in pre-World War II, it's going to be tough. Better bet, collect coins. Coins rarely go down in value. They do occasionally. Of course, when coin collecting is hot, the values go up. When coin collecting is like it is right now and not as many people are interested, the values go down a little bit, but they don't go down that much. Borrowed this from a friend of mine who is a coin collector. They're still putting this out. 2021. They've got a blue book like this. They've got several books that still come out every year telling you what the value of coins are. Stamps, same way. I could kick myself for letting Mom get rid of some of Dad's stamps when I found out what she could have gotten for them. Fortunately, she didn't sell off much of his collection, but still. Rare art. If you've got the money for it, that's a great way to go. Knives. If you want to get into knife collecting, do it because you love the knives. Do it because you're interested and love them and always want to have. They are beautiful works of art and they're functional as all get out. So yeah, plenty of reasons to collect knives. But as an investment, don't think it's going to get you very far. Could be wrong, but I don't think it is. But in the meantime, I've rambled on long enough, I think, so I'll wish you luck. I'll leave you with a couple videos here I think you'll enjoy. Of course, there's that target I was talking about at the beginning of the video. Go ahead and hit that to subscribe if you want. Love it if you did. In the meantime, you take care, and we'll see you on Friday. Bye now.